your specialty teams have been exemplary. I mean, like, what can you say? What's going right with both power play and your penalty kill?
I didn't answer it well the other day.
No, I want it fresh. I want it fresh today.
And if my power play and penalty kill coach were in here, they'd drag me right out of here right now. I'd be not saying anything about it. So I think the power play has got some history, and they're doing things well. And I think the penalty kill has started to understand and gotten some continuity and pressured a little bit better and done some good things as well. And so they've obviously been important pieces to a little bit of success recently. They're factoring into the wins.
When you talked about this yesterday, in your experience first year with teams, do you find that when you're installing your structure that the defense sometimes is a little bit ahead of the offense and the offense starts to come later, or does it just really depend on the personnel you have?
Some of the times maybe. I can't remember exactly. Some of the times I was hired halfway through the year, and so that was a little bit different. It might have been not until the next year. Carolina, for instance, it was halfway, and it wasn't that immediate impact that I can remember either way. But then the next year, it started to pick up at the end, but then we went into a lockout. So it's, I don't know, hard for me to remember or correlate. I do think that we're in the offensive zone. We are there. We just have to do a better job of making things happen when we're in there. And like I said yesterday, I think always through the course of the season, there's never this slow rise to perfect. There's always this, and so some things started here, and then they'll dip and they'll go up and down. The penalty kill might have started a little bit slow, but now it's up, and power plays up. And so it's just, I believe that there's peaks and valleys on everything inside the season, and you talk about maybe the things that are going well, and you show a little bit, and then you put a little bit more time on the things that you need to do better. That's coaching on a daily basis for me, just trying to figure out what you need to get better at. And so I think we're in there. I think we talk about it and we show things, and we'll have a good challenge tonight because you're talking about a team that pressures everywhere, that doesn't allow a lot. They usually outshoot and out-attempt teams and outscore teams, and so it'll be a good challenge for us. But I think that's something you just keep talking about and addressing. And I can't answer the question specifically because I can't remember it.
How do you balance early season success with the fact that this thing is hard and it takes a long time to get to the point where you're going to be successful the way everyone wants to be?
Yeah. It's so early in the season that if you were to not have a good game and not get the outcome you want, you'd probably go to the middle of the pack. You know what I mean? So it's all kind of irrelevant right now. Everybody in the division might have a winning record at this point, and it's too early to think that you've done something or that you're where you need to be. We're not. We haven't done anything. We're not where we need to be, and we got to keep working to get better and keep trying to climb the standings in a positive way because everything's so close. It's literally a matter of 3 days, and you could be out of a playoff spot. You could be 1 or 2 in your division, and then 4 days later you're ninth, get the 9th seed. So changes.
Your fourth line has a fairly defined role.
Yep.
Do they need to be able to expand on that a little bit and play the offensive end more often, even if they're getting zone starts?
Yeah, the starts are a little bit tougher. But that's not all the starts. I mean, a lot of times you jump over the boards. I don't know if it's 55 or 60% of the time you change on the fly. You're just getting out there, so that's not necessarily a zone start. But you're right. I see where I'm putting them, and I do think that they're good, responsible defensive players, like everybody. Do I think that the fourth line can push to the offensive zone and get out of the defensive zone and generate more? Would I like that? I would. But I would also like that from all of our lines to stay in the offensive zone and generate more. So I don't think they are getting a tougher duty. It is more difficult for them to get there. When they get there, I would like to see them generate more, but I would like to see all of our lines and our defensemen trying to figure out a way to get more in the offensive zone.
Panarin at Fox's production probably stands out the most, but can you talk about Keandre Miller and his confidence over the last few games with his point production as of late?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not even about the point production. I think that sometimes the point production is a byproduct of how you're playing. He is skating well. He's playing physical. He's defending well. Oftentimes, when you do those three things, you'll find that the offensive part of it comes as well. And so, I think he's been hard to play against. He's used his size and his speed and his physicality to defend, and because he's doing a good job at that, it's leading to. I do think he has really good offensive tendencies to get up in the rush and in the offensive zone. So there's a lot of positive things offensively, but I think it stems from having a really good base of and a foundation of physicality, speed, defense, tenacity. All of that's, for me, pushing the other way as well.
It's early in the season, but how do you view this as a benchmark game? Is this a benchmark game for the team? And how do you assess the result or what's going on in the game?
I think every game is so important. But then I think there are games inside of your division that haven't added extra weight to it. They've won the division for the last 3 years, so yeah, I think that this is a game that you look at and you say this is a team we got to beat. So, but if we were playing somebody that was in the Western Conference today, I wouldn't change an approach or I wouldn't change a mindset because as I stated, the things can turn quickly and flip quickly. But I think because it's a division game, it's Carolina. They've been the team in the regular season that's come out on top in the division. I think our guys are excited about that. And I think it's a good one to come off of a road trip too, because it grabs your attention a little bit right away. And so that's a good thing as well.
What does it mean to be home again?
It's good. It's I think just coming off that road trip, and again, it seemed like it was a really long road trip, and to get back and have a day off and have a practice and then a morning skate, and so the opponent's a good opponent, and we're back in our building. And I think guys are excited about that.